Winners and Whiners group. It's me, Detroit Lenny, here, joined with Scott Reichel. Talk some bowl action here. The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Can we just keep it to the Frisco Bowl? Memphis and West Virginia. Tuesday, December 17th, action. And we're going to get into that. We're going to break that game down. You guys are going to like, share, subscribe. Drop in the comment section what you're into for this game, whether it's a side, total, prop, whatever you got, let us know. In the chat section. Scott, Memphis -4.5, over under 58.5, being played in Frisco, Texas. Obviously, it's the Frisco Bowl. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Should be a fun game. I mean, first
glance,
you're looking at two offenses that can potentially score a bunch of points. West Virginia had a pretty down year. They fired their coach in Neil Brown. Now they hired Rich Rod. I'm going to point out Rich Rod is not going to be coaching this game. They're going to be using offensive coordinator Chad Scott instead. So if you were hoping to see Rich Rod, you will not. So just something to keep in mind. As for Memphis, though, they've had a very good year. In general, did not win the conference. They were able to beat Tulane in the final game of the regular season. Pretty handily, actually. But Memphis has had a good year. Double-digit wins. Kind of that weird game where you have a group of 5 school that had 10 wins against a Power 5 school that had 6 wins. And it feels like Memphis is the better team, but you got to wonder about the competition level, and we'll see if that balances itself out. Now, Memphis has been playing good football recently, lost 1 game over the last 2 months or so, lost a shootout to UTSA. They did win 7 of their last 8 games, though, and the 2 losses were to Navy and UTSA, 2 bowl teams. So once again, not a bad season by any means. West Virginia, though, damn, they fell apart over the course of the season, and their, let's just say, finale was rock bottom because they ended up losing that game to Texas Tech 52-15. They can't stop anybody. They've given up 49-plus points in 2 of the last 3 games, so defensively they have issues. I like the over. I think Hennigan and Green can light it up offensively. I think the right side is favored, though. I think Memphis is the better team, especially looking at Anderson, who may or may not opt out. Right now he's going to be playing. He's been a great running back this season. I believe he has 17 rushing touchdowns so far this season. So I like the weapons there. West Virginia does have a couple opt-outs already. One of their wide receivers in Traylon Ray is not going to be playing because of injury, but their top linebacker in Josiah Trotter ended up opting out. And when you're against an elite running back, you got to wonder, missing some linebackers, how much is that going to cost you? It might. I think Memphis should be favored. Memphis has been good in bowl games. I'm sure you have a stat that you're about to mention involving how good Memphis is in bowl games. But I like the over in this game. Am I a fan of Garrett Green? Not really. Bunch of picks. Throws a bunch of interceptions, which is not ideal. Give me Memphis to win this game by, in my opinion, about 7. I think it'll be close, but I like the high-scoring nature. I think it gets into the 60s. Give me a fun bowl game.
Yeah, I do think we see points here. Memphis has won 3 straight bowl games by double digits, tied for the longest active double-digit point win streak in bowl games in the FBS. I like points here. I think they get after this. I think this number is a little low. I would have maybe thought this number was closer to 6, 7.
You could argue it's conference bias again because you have the group of 5 still being favored, and you think, oh well, West Virginia was 6-6, but the Big 12. Even though I think a lot of people did not like the Big 12 over the course of the season, so it's tough to evaluate. But when you fire your coach, I tend to fade teams in general in bowl season that had a coaching change because you have an inexperienced head coach calling basically 1 game. Because he's not going to be the head coach next year. It's already been announced. So you have the offensive coordinator who's just filling in.
Like he's just trying to get by.
Like, do you listen to the substitute teacher that often? Probably not.
I never have.
That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of a weird coaching.
I knew I had a substitute.
I mean, it's kind of a weird thing because I will give West Virginia props, though. I expected more opt-outs. When you fired the coach, they recruited pretty much all these kids, and now you have a one-off coach who's filling in for 1 game. You figure, okay, I'd probably leave. Yeah. They've done a good job of keeping people out of the portal. Is that going to remain the case? I don't know. If they had a couple of last-minute opt-outs, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think the safe play is just putting some points here. Over 58.5 from Scott and I. Don't forget, guys, drop in the comment section, like, share, subscribe. As always, use promo code Holiday20. That'll save you 20% off Winners and Whiners website. Link in the description of the video. Head over there. Check everything out at the website. We're going to roll, I think, collectively, the best bet in this game would be the over, 58.5 from us here. Memphis and West Virginia. We'll see you guys on the next one. Good luck, unless you're against us. Take care.